Okay, y'all, this is going to be my last video on this topic, but the thing that's like really killing me with this Halle Bailey situation is that I've also gone through narcissistic abuse, and one of the most mind-boggling things about it is that they are able to convince you and the people who love you the most and really do support you that you're the problem. Now, one thing about being a human being is that we all have flaws, and part of the reason why we make mistakes is that we learn how to fix them, how to be better people, and it makes us better as a whole. So, and then this is a young couple. Neither of them are meant to be perfect. So let's just put that out there. And I'm also not going to demonize either of them because, again, this is a young couple. They're first time parents, and I don't think either of them separately are bad people. But the reason why this dynamic was always toxic to begin with is because when she entered a relationship with this man, people were telling her that he's going to ruin your career. And even though she told us to shut the fuck up and mind our business, basically, and gaslit us through our whole pregnancy, we all still supported her. And all of a sudden, everyone's turning on her. And I know there are some people who are ahead of the punch, like Blunt Gurley. She basically said, like, just because she was a Disney princess doesn't mean that this girl isn't, like, a good lover or anything like that. DDG has the right to want to move on from her without being the person who, quote unquote, trapped her. But I don't 100% agree with that because he definitely trapped her. If she would have put him in an NDA, like Beyonce do with all the people she works with, and was on birth control, he would not have the power he has now to say. And he just did a video basically saying, don't come for Halle. That's my baby mother. Like, I love her. We're family. Don't come for her. And the whole time, you're the reason we're coming for her. Narcissists know how to. A narcissist isn't someone that's mean to you and everyone else can see it and then we punish them. That's not a narcissist. If that was a narcissist, that term narcissist wouldn't exist because we would know that's just an asshole. Narcissists are very much liked. Even if certain people don't like a narcissist, eventually they grow on you. Eventually, oh, they're not so bad. Oh, that's just da 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 da. And the whole time, this person is a predator. Narcissists are very well loved by the community. The person that be touching on people, raping people, doing all types of stuff, scamming people, they're not loners. They're not outcasts. They're not black sheep. These are the people that everyone likes, or at least the people around them, the people that matter to this person the most, see them as not being able to do any wrong. And if they do wrong, it's just a joke and you took it the wrong way. So this has definitely been DDG's behavior that I've seen, not just with Halle, but in his last relationships. And he basically told her that when you told the world that I shouldn't have had our baby on a live stream, it messed with my career. So I can't get back together with you because my career comes first. What about when she was a Disney princess and you were running a smear campaign on her while she was doing, her stuff for her movie? So, ladies, you gotta be careful. Men too, because there are people who will do this to men too. Some people will watch you squander your life. And do you really think if DDG was a woman, he would let somebody knock him up and squander his career? No, because he's not doing it now. Now, I'm not saying being a baby mother or anything loses your value, because I just feel like that's like a weird take, and there's plenty of people that being a mother is an asset in their mind. But in the world that we live in the community that Halle has placed herself in, that is just how people see it. And I find it really funny that a lot of people are upset at Halle because it was like, girl, we tried to warn you, and now you're trying to utilize us as a tool to punish your baby daddy for some shit that wasn't even bad. Or all the fuck shit DDG did, you mad he brought his baby on live stream when that baby been a meme. So I totally get that. But that doesn't mean be so upset with her where, like, we're just going to shit on Halle Bailey now. And I feel like a lot of people are doing that because they look at DDG a little bit differently. Like, oh, maybe he wasn't so bad. Oh, maybe she did deserve those things. Well, they have to be the same because she's with a guy like that. And I think it's like a misconception where, a lot of, and I'm just reading Halle Bailey as, like, I don't know this lady, but like from the vibe I get from her, she comes off very sheltered. She comes off like the suburban black girl that never really dated a regular black guy that's aware of certain things and how to play certain games and how to wait and play the long game. DDG successfully made us all hate him, and then now we all love him and we're on his side and we think he's the greatest guy and we hate Halle Bailey. When in the beginning it was flipped. And you really think that's not a coincidence? You really think that's not manipulation? Sometimes smear campaigns work. Sometimes somebody can get into the ears of the people that support you and really do not wish you any harm and convince them that you're the problem. The whole time they planned all of this. And in DDG's video with his homies, the guy was saying, oh yeah, that little sis, she did it, backfired. Basically saying, like, the thing with Aries women, in the moment, we will give you grace. So let's say you say a joke and I don't find it funny. It hurts my feelings because I like you and I know that I'm a very particular person. I only let people in my life that I feel comfortable with, and I can take a joke. I don't take myself too seriously. I let it slide. But then when I say something and you don't like it, then all of a sudden you want to drag out my punishment and tell me, what you ain't going to do. And I'm just thinking, I gave you grace that you won't give me. And we take that shit personal. So let's say if I let you slide 10 times and I did something to you maybe twice and you want to hold that over my head, then we'll all of a sudden try to like point out all those things you did in the past that made us uncomfortable. But because we didn't say anything about it, now we look like the crazy ones. It's like when someone bullies you every day. Every day they throw your lunch tray on the floor. And the one day you stick up for yourself and start yelling, the teacher sees you or the principal sees you. Now you're the one in detention. It's like reactive abuse. It's like a game. And the whole point of it is that it's whistleblowing. For example, he did a thing where he was like, I'm going to give away a BBL to certain people as soon as him and her announced their breakup. And Halle ain't got no ass. Most Aries women don't. So, yeah, I feel like that was like a whistleblow. And anybody else would have called, oh, girl, it's too serious. You're taking it too serious. You overthinking it. Whole time, it's called whistleblowing. It's called dog whistling, I think. Actually, no, it's called dog whistling. It's a tactic where only that person would know that triggers you. And while everyone else is doing, girl, you overreacting. Girl, you tripping. Girl, it's not that deep. You know that this person is saying certain things that trigger you. And by the time you have the balls to speak up, it's too late. And people feel like, they can't sympathize with you anymore, to the point to where they're sympathizing with your abuser. And I've seen this happen in real time. So I'm just sending my prayers out to Halle. And honestly, if you want to hold her accountable because she didn't listen, go ahead. She shouldn't have had that baby, period. It's a beautiful baby, and I'm glad that it's here, and God bless it. But she didn't have to have it at the time that she did. And if she really wanted to do that, she should have made him marry her, period. There was no reason why she couldn't have did that. She had a clean track record before she got with him. There's no reason why they could have, or at least signed some type of contracts where, he didn't have the leverage that he has over her now. And because now he's saying things like, oh, we might get back together, we might not. And now he's holding this relationship over her head. And I just remember when he said, there's a reason me and Halle stayed together. There's a reason why she had my baby. And this is it. So that forever, that these two people can be linked together, and you can't think about one without thinking about the other. And it's really sad. So ladies, and this is not just for relationships, this is for friendships, this is for people that can really, maybe you go into like a business proposition with someone and they'd fuck up your reputation. And now whenever you want to start a business, your credit fucked up. So this is how you know when someone is destiny swapped you. If when you met this person, you were in one position in life, perceived a certain way, and they were in one position of life, perceived a different way, and by the time it's time for you two to separate, those things have switched, you've been destiny swapped. So, yeah, this is my opinion, and I just wanted to make my last video on this because I know I made like 5 of them. And it's because I genuinely care. I care about the Bailey sisters. I think they're beautiful representation for girls that look like me, and I feel for them. I really, really do. And I feel like since they've gone solo, the world has not been fair to them. And I've always supported them, and I won't stop now. So, yeah, thank you, and have a beautiful day.